Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys look like you're all ready anyways. Okay. So that must have been really quick. You guys already thought about this stuff. All right. So can you guys hear me if I yell like this? Is that fine? If you can't hear me, you can't hear me? A little, it's okay. 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 Well, I just want to explain. You guys keep that for later. Right now, I want you to just use this as a springboard for thinking about it, because sometimes it takes a really long time to think about your elevator pitch, and you want to put some time and effort into it. But as long as you're thinking about this right now, it's important. So the last question I asked you guys to answer was, why should I care about this? So I want to also answer that question for you. Why should you care about doing this silly exercise? It is shown that on YouTube, research shows that after 2 minutes and 30 seconds, people stop watching your video. It doesn't matter how long your video is, the average person drops off their attention at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. An average news story or television story is going to be about 1 minute to 3 minutes long. Your soundbite in that story, this is from my personal experience doing hundreds of interviews. When I'm grabbing sound bites from you, I'm doing 6 to 10 seconds. I usually do not, I very, very rarely will edit and produce a video that's longer than 3 minutes, because I know from my marketing experience that no one's gonna care after that. It's just how it is currently in our situation. Like, nobody is going to watch after 3 minutes. Okay, so after, I usually tell people this, our startups and entrepreneurs, they usually panic and they freak out because they're saying, I'm an engineer, I'm a scientist, I don't know how to do this. But I want to tell you another trick that will help you formulate your story and practice it. I call this the grandma and kid trick. These guys are going to be your allies. And this is what you do. You find your grandma or somebody else's grandma and a 12-year-old kid at separate times. And what you're gonna wanna do is you get that elevator pitch that you just wrote down, and you're gonna tell them what it is. If they have questions, just try to answer them in terms that they understand. Once they get a better understanding, have them repeat in their own words what your elevator pitch was, what your company does. And if they understand what your company does, then you're gonna be winning. You are literally these two tools that I just taught you, the elevator pitch and the grandma and kid trick, they're going to make you much more prepared for an interview, so that when someone comes into your face with a microphone and says, what is your job, what do you do, you can answer that right away. So memorize your elevator pitch. Which one? This one? Yeah, go ahead and screenshot this if you guys want. Okay. This guy again. I know he's really popular here. Okay. So the other most important thing to do when you're talking to the media after your elevator pitch is when you're asked about your company, also explain why it matters. So I'm going to show you an example of this. This is a made-up company. Powerhouse is a renewable energy company that helps companies install solar panel systems. With Powerhouse's specialized tech, we can save your business 1,000 SAR a month. So you can, when you personalize it, your household, your family, your child, people are attracted to those kinds of personalized sentences. I will be picking that one soundbite for my story if you talk like this. Now this is the point where most people, most scientists are like, you want me to dumb down my research, what I'm saying? I spent all of my life doing this, and now you want me to say things that are very simple and easy language that's gonna dumb down my science. At this point, I usually tell people, can you understand TV producer speak? So if I were to tell you this sentence, the SOT goes in at 1:30, then can you add some extra B-roll and fix the lower before it hits air? This is something that I have had told to me by a director or producer, right? So if you explain it in layman's terms, the sound bite goes in at 1 minute and 30 seconds into the news story. Then add some more footage and fix this person's title before it makes the newscast. So someone's asking me to fix this story before it makes the air. I say that the ability to simplify means to eliminate the unnecessary so the necessary may speak. It's actually really hard to simplify language, especially as a scientist. But when you do eliminate the jargon, it helps get people excited about your product or your service, helps communicate to the masses. So it is super important for you to do. Here's an example of Steve Jobs while he did it in his presentation. When he was releasing the iPod, he could have said, today we're introducing a new ultra-portable M3 player with a 6.5-ounce design and a 5 gigabyte hard drive, complete with Apple's legendary ease of use. That all sounds super cool and like there's a lot of specs. However, this is not what he said in his presentation. What he said was, iPod, 1,000 songs in your pocket. So like I said, you simplify your language, people are going to relate to it. And look how he said, your pocket. Your family, your life. Those things are important to journalists. Okay, so now I'm going into the part about manners. This is the second thing you need to know when you're on camera, especially during a live interview. So I'm gonna need a brave volunteer to come up with me so I can walk them through. Does anyone wanna go? You're pointing to yourself? This guy? This front row is really active. All right, one of you guys. You're gonna come up? Okay, awesome. Okay, I wanna walk you guys through a live interview right now. Okay. So, hold on, I need to put these chairs here. I'm gonna have you sit right here. So I'm gonna kind of assess in my live kind of improv this, how I think you should be sitting. I know some of you can't see the monitor, so I'm gonna just talk in the mic. Hopefully you guys know. Okay, so first of all.
Hello.
Okay, hi, what's your name?
My name is Wiam Sinjab.
Okay, and are you part of a startup?
Yes, I have my own startup. It's now already settled, so it's a business now. And
What is your startup name?
it's Subul Education Consultancy. So we help students to register in universities and choose their majors.
Okay, okay, cool. So right now, what I'm noticing, first of all, you gotta take off your badge. In any interview, I see this a lot in conferences, okay? Take off your badge, because when you have the light coming down, usually they'll have camera lights set up or even just an ordinary light. It actually kind of shines through. So it'll kind of make this weird glare in the middle of your chest. So make sure to check your badge. And I say all these things because sometimes the reporters or producers who are talking to you are in a rush. So they don't think of these things right away, or they'll forget. Okay, the second thing you want to do, we're lucky right now because we have nice chairs. I want you, when you're sitting in an interview, don't lay back. Always trying to pull back. If you guys can see the monitor, you're gonna want to kind of lean in because it makes you look more engaged in an interview. You either cross your legs or not. However, there's gonna be certain times where you don't have a nice chair like this. These chairs, a swivel chair and a kind of deep-seated cushion chair are the ones you're gonna wanna avoid. If you see those during an interview, run the other direction, or at least ask for a different chair. This is why, and this has happened so many times to me. When you put someone in a swivel chair, Even if they say, no, 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 I'm not gonna swivel around in it, you can hear the noise they make in the audio, and you can kind of hear it moving. And I'm always having to edit that out, and usually it ruins the entire interview. Also, it's just natural because it moves, you're gonna kind of move in it with it. So it might just kind of float around. And so it just looks like you're really nervous on camera. The second thing you don't wanna do, like I said, don't lay back. No matter what angle, it's just gonna look really unflattering on camera. The deep-seated cushions usually make people look a lot heavier, and it just provides a really unflattering angle. So that's kind of how you wanna sit. Just lean forward and just look engaged. That always looks, if the camera's low, if the camera's high, it's gonna look better. Okay, so this is what I want you guys to do when you're doing a live interview. You wanna check your chair, then you're gonna check your face. What I mean by that is, we're sitting down here with you. Before I hit record, I want you to just take out your phone. So you're gonna take out your phone, and then you're just gonna do a little quick selfie check. You're just gonna look at yourself. Sometimes when you're on camera, like you have glasses, you'll see a little glare. So you're gonna ask the producer, can you tell if there's a glare? Should I take my glasses off? Maybe if you're wearing a thobe or a hijab, it might not look like you want it to, but the producer might not know that. So just check yourself for yourself, just to make sure you look like the best version you want to look like on camera. Then we're gonna talk about eye contact. Okay, so we're gonna pretend to do this interview really quick. I just need to sit there. All right. So I look into the camera. Hi, I'm Chris, and I'm here at ArabNet.